Yes, ma'am. All this hair. My hair looks so cute. Okay, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Marissa Ray. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. So I have the curls, the girls, they're out, okay? And for the first time in several months, actually since my birthday, which my birthday was February 7th, so for 2 months, no, almost 3 months, no, exactly 3 months, because today is May 7th. So in 3 months, I have not worn my natural hair just out. I just haven't worn it out. I have, you know, probably worn it in a poof. I've maybe worn it in a whatever, and yeah, this is my first time wearing it out for a while. So today, not only am I going to be doing a wash and go on my hair, which I have not done in 3 months, I will also be talking to you guys about my first trimester of pregnancy experience, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Y'all know I usually just part my hair down the middle. Well, finger part it down the middle to start off. Like I normally do, I've been using these products for probably over several years now. I've been using the same products to do my wash and goes. So for leave-in conditioner, I always use this Mayel pomegranate and honey leave-in conditioner. I go back and forth between the Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothie, which is this. I'm sure most of you guys know it. I don't know if it's focusing or not, so bear with me, but this, y'all know what it looked like. And then I also use my Carol's Daughters, what is it, the cocoa cream, the moisture butter, something like that. I like to use those are my only 2 creams that I use when my wash and goes. So I'm using something kind of new, this Garnier Fructis. It's not focusing at all, but the Marvelous Oil Hair Elixir with avocado, olive, and almond oils for dry to very dry hair. My hair is not that super dry, but I want to use it to seal in, you know, my moisture from my hair. And yeah, and so for my scalp though, I'm just using my handy dandy wild growth oil. Alright, so, and my hair is already deep conditioned, shampooed and everything. And if you guys haven't seen my deep conditioning routine video, I talked about how I found out I was pregnant. So if you want to watch that video, make sure you click the tags. Let me think about which side this is on when I'm watching the video. So over here, watch the, or is it over here? Gosh, I really cannot remember where it's at, but just click the little tags to watch that video, okay? Today I want to talk to you about first trimester experience. So for me, I don't really have much, I guess, like experience to compare to. Number one, this is my first time being pregnant. Number two, I know people obviously that are kind of close to me, not close, but like people that I very well know and talk to that have been pregnant, and you know, versus at work, family members, friends, whatever, and all of that. I only knew about pregnancy based on what they had told me. And so this was all new to me. This whole experience is like totally new to me. So obviously when I first found out, I started doing a bunch of research on the internet, and I would like look up common symptoms, things. The only thing that everyone kind of knows is obviously morning sickness. That's like #1 sign of pregnancy. You know, you get sick during your first trimester. For me, mine was not morning sickness. I did not get morning sickness. In the mornings, actually, I felt my best. I had more energy. I mean, not that I really had energy, because I was pretty much exhausted the whole first trimester. Which, by the way, I am in my 2nd trimester now. What am I doing? Let me remember, because like I told you, I haven't done my wash and go in months. So sorry for that noise if you guys hear the background noise, but I have not done my wash and go in months, so kind of bear with me here if I'm all over the place. I did not have morning sickness, like I said. Now I would get a little nauseous in the morning if I didn't eat by a certain time, and that would be it. Like if I didn't eat soon and if I let myself get hungry, I would feel so sick and nauseous, and it would make me want to eat like just anything just so that I don't feel sick anymore and so I don't feel bad anymore, you know. Other than that, I was just extremely tired, but at night is when my sickness would come, So like, even if most of the time, even if I did wait till a certain time to eat, I would still feel very nauseous at night. I would never throw up. I have not thrown up yet at all, but I would always get nauseous pretty much every single day. There would be some days where I wasn't nauseous, but I think those were days when I was like busy and too focused on other things, okay? So when I had like a lot of stuff to do and get done, or I was with family and we were doing things, like actively doing things, as long as I ate, I was okay. Like as long as I ate, I did not, maybe I just didn't pay attention to the nauseousness, I don't know. But as long as I ate at those times, mostly I didn't get as sick, even at night. But if I'm at home chilling and like I've had dinner, or even if I didn't have dinner, anytime I would get nauseous and I'm like, I need to go to bed. It would be 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whatever time, and I'm like, I just need to go lay down because I feel terrible. And I was exhausted all day. At work, I'd be exhausted, falling asleep, just anytime. I'll be just so tired. I cannot explain how tired I was. I think right now my back feels like I get back pains a lot. That's another thing that I've been experiencing in first trimester. Even though I'm second trimester now, the only thing that has continued is the back pain. So I do get back pain frequently. I have to sit down a lot or stand up a lot. Like I can't sit for too long or stand for too long is what I meant to say. Like I have to alternate. At work I'll take walks, you know, then come sit back down or get up and stretch. Like I just can't sit for too long and I can't stand for too long. I've been talking all this time and I ain't got nowhere with my hair. I really do apologize, and I hope this video is not too long. So I'm sorry y'all. I don't even feel like doing all this. I got a new one, but I'm just trying to use what I have, but that's it. I don't feel like doing all that. My experiences. So yeah, I would get sick at night. Now it would be in the day sometimes, and there was one time I was pregnant and no one knew at this time, but I kind of had like passed out, not passed out, but like had a fainting experience. Like I almost like went down. Like I got so lightheaded, I got dizzy, and I almost went down. Like I just had to sit down and get some water, cold water. And yeah, that's another thing. I couldn't drink room temperature water. I'm a room temperature girl. Like I don't usually like cold water. But when I would get sick like that during the first trimester, I didn't want no freaking warm water, nothing. I didn't want no warm nothing. I wanted cold water. That would be the only way I feel comfortable and good drinking water, okay? Which, you know, I had to stay hydrated. You can't just not drink water, right? Cold things made me feel good. So, for instance, like I said, cold water, ice cream, smoothies, fresh fruit and vegetables made me feel good. Cold, even fresh ones and frozen or in a smoothie, all those three were good. Ice cream, like a popsicle. I have these fruit popsicle bars that I get from Aldi. Mama used to get them, and so now I get them. I get them for us too. Those will make me feel really good. Yeah, that type of stuff was good. But say if I wanted to eat anything like a healthy dinner, like say like chicken and rice and vegetables, that didn't always sound appealing to me. I wanted, like, honestly, French fries is the only thing, because of the salt, I think, is what made me feel like, okay, I could eat the salty stuff. I didn't feel good eating sweets too much, and I didn't feel good eating like anything too warm. Or like if I heat up chili, sometimes it would make me almost feel nauseous eating chili, you know. And I love chili, but it wasn't sitting. I just didn't want to do it really, like, you know, like it seemed like something more salty and fattening wanted to make me feel better, but still when I ate it, I would still feel a little bit nauseous, and I would just keep eating. Like, honestly, I gained like I gained 10 pounds in my first trimester just from me eating. You know that baby is not growing that much at that time. I mean, a lot of things are developing at that time during the first trimester. I gained 10 whole pounds just in the first trimester. I was gaining so much weight, and it was just because I was eating so much, because I felt like when I would eat more, I would feel better. And it did a little bit, but not really. Like, I was just eating because in my head, eating something would make me feel like, okay, the nausea will go away as long as I'm eating. But no, that was not the case. That was not the case. In fact, sometimes I would still feel kind of like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? So, I also had my first doctor's appointment, obviously, during my first trimester, at 8 weeks. And the baby was like a little tiny nugget. Literally a little nugget. I'll insert the ultrasound picture. I would explain to them, like, you know, how sick I was feeling at night and da-da-da. So actually, one of the medical assistants, my first appointment, the medical assistant recommended that I should take a B6 tablet and combine it with a Unisom tablet, which Unisom is sleeping pills. And so I never had trouble sleeping ever. So when I would take that at night, I felt even more terrible. The nausea would go away, but I would be exhausted. Like, the moment I take that, 15-20 minutes later, I'm out. Like, I can't do anything. There'll be some nights I would get home from work, I wasn't cooking often, you know, because I didn't feel like cooking. So me and Kimmy, like, he may try to put something together and I would eat it, or I may try to put something together as long as it was early. And like, or we would just eat out. Not always, we wouldn't really always eat bad stuff out, but we would still be eating out more. If I wouldn't get food fast, I was gonna be feeling terrible. And then I take that medication while eating. Like, I'm not gonna take it on an empty stomach, and I definitely wasn't gonna take it during the day because it makes me so tired. So even though the medication would help with the nausea, I didn't like that it would just put me out for the rest of the day, for the rest of the night. Like, I didn't like that feeling. So some nights I would try to just fight through the pain, fight through the sickness, because I didn't like that feeling of like, I'm literally helpless. Like, I can't do anything. I feel terrible. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do anything. You know what I mean? So there would be so many things that we would be trying to do, and I just wouldn't want to go or do it because I just don't, my energy was gone, like gone, okay? I didn't have energy to do anything, nothing. My motivation with YouTube and, you know, just posting stuff and doing things was gone, nothing. I didn't want to do anything, okay? I felt terrible. I may have been a little bit more irritable at that time as well, and I'm sure that's obviously because I don't feel good. Like, I didn't feel good at all. So I didn't mean to be mean at that time, like, to Kimmy, or irritated by him. It's just that I just didn't feel good, you know. And so I think on his behalf, that was hard for him too, because he never seen me in a position where I just don't, like, I'm usually active, want to do stuff and fun, but then I didn't want to do nothing. I was done for it. Like, it took a lot. It took so much out of me to just get up and do something, or get up and go somewhere, that I don't know. It took so much strength, and it just took a lot for me to do stuff at that time. So first trimester was not easy. It wasn't easy, and it wasn't because like it wasn't because I was throwing up all the time. I would just be nauseous. And my sense of smell, that's another thing, okay? My sense of smell. Sometimes I would smell certain things and be like, oh, just, oh, you know? And even this house, this is a new house, like brand new, built from the ground up house, okay? So we're the first people to live in this house. There are some parts of it, or was to me at the time, that seemed like the smell, like it smells new. It smells like wood, or the bathroom would smell like the I don't know, the paint or stuff that they used. I don't know. It would just have a smell to it. To him, it didn't stink. To nobody else, it stunk. Nobody. It just smells new. But to me, that smell bothered the heck out of me. I would come into my bathroom, feel like throwing up. Like, and mind you, I tried to throw up. I tried to make myself throw up. I would not throw up. And I wanted to so bad because I thought it would make me feel better. But I never could throw up. I did not throw up, not once. Even though I really wanted to. I didn't throw up not once. I'm still on this same section of her, child. This is it, ain't it? Yeah, that's about it. Cause I'm talking, I can't multitask very well. Well, I can, but like, one thing gonna overtake the other. Like me talking right now, I'm talking more than I'm doing. Or I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again. When I edit this video, I know I'm gonna be looking like, girl, you know, just shut up and go to the next piece. Oh well, honey, oh well. Also during first trimester, it's like, I didn't tell anyone that I was pregnant during my first trimester. The only person that knew was my mom. Actually, at the end of my first trimester, maybe around 12 weeks, is when I told my dad and my stepmom. But my mama knew when I was 8 weeks. Actually, my manager knew. Yeah, my manager did know. She knew around in the first trimester. No one else knew I was pregnant in the first trimester. We didn't tell anyone. Oh, and my cousin, duh. She ended up finding out. Well, I didn't want to tell her. I knew that she knew, but I didn't come out and tell her directly until I was ready to do so. So, but yeah, she knew. But those were the only, and my auntie, which is her mama. Those are the only 4 people who knew I was pregnant during my first trimester. Everybody else didn't know until basically the end and beginning of second trimester. So that's another thing, that during first trimester, my experience was kind of like, ooh, like, it feels weird because it's like, yeah, you feel terrible, but at the same time you don't have anything to prove for it, so you can't tell nobody, you can't share it. So it's like you just here fighting for it all with, you know, with no help, you know what I'm saying? Which, you know, that's not really the case, but you know, I'm just being a little dramatic. But what I'm trying to say is, like, no one knew. So it's like, it's not like you had physical proof. Like, someone sees you, oh, they see your stomach and they know you're pregnant and understand what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. It's like, girl, what's wrong with you? Like, you know? So, which people weren't like that, but I'm just saying that, like, in my head, that's kind of how it felt. It just felt like I'm here and experiencing these things and people saying stuff around you, but you ain't got nothing to show for it. So, and of course you didn't want to say anything yet. So I just kept it quiet and kept it to myself and my family, and you know, when the time was right, of course, that's when we told everyone. There are some other things too that are more personal, which are like, for instance, my chest was growing like crazy. My bras didn't fit anymore. That was obviously because I was eating and gaining weight anyway, but also pregnancy, your chest, your breasts are just growing and becoming more plump and full and da-da-da. So outside of those growing, my nipples would hurt frequently all the time, and still do actually. So that wasn't just then, that was like, that's now too. They still hurt consistently. Sometimes more than others. Like when I get really cold and they get firm, they really hurt bad. And that was the same actually in the first trimester. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I noticed with my physical body. Just that my breasts, they were bigger and they were tender all the time. Nothing was going on with my stomach. Nothing during that time. You know, I was small. Baby was small at that time. So of course nothing was, you know, going on. I think that's pretty much it as far as my negative symptoms and stuff. Positive experiences were up and down. Because there would be some moments where I feel like, okay, I'm good. Like in the morning, like I told y'all, in the mornings, I would feel like, okay, I'm good. I got energy to do stuff. And then I would regret, like, well, not really regret, but like, I would feel like I'm getting up and going to work, but I'm not able to get up and record something, you know, and do all these things that I really wanted to do. And that's because my energy was gone by the end of the day, because I've been at work. I'm tired. I didn't take no nap, you know, I needed to sleep and all these things. I would feel good in the morning, but like I said, it was, the positives were up and down, because yeah, I felt better to do something at that time, but it wasn't really what I wanted to do, you know. But I'm thankful that I made it through. I also, during my first trimester, I did download that pregnancy app. Is it, I think the one that I have is Pregnancy Plus. I know there are several of them, but the one that I downloaded is, hold on. The one that I downloaded is called Pregnancy Plus, and it's pretty cool. It just kind of showed me little snippets of what the baby could look like at this time, at that stage, and now all the way up until you're due. It put in an estimated due date for you, which, because of when my last period was, it matched from what my app said to what the doctor said as well. They both said the same thing, because that's when my last period was. So, and that's what your date is, your due date is calculated by, your last period. So I downloaded the app, and I'll be reading so many things on that app. I read so many things about first trimester, and they would, you know, basically say like, you're in the first trimester right now, but, and it may feel terrible, but don't worry, look ahead, because once you get to your second trimester, it'll be so much more of a breeze and all these things. So that kind of gave me a little bit of hope, like, okay, I'm making it, I'm pushing through. But first trimester, it was like, dang, I really wanted it to be over so fast. Like, I'm like, God, please, I don't want to keep feeling this. Like, it was just, ugh. Even though I did not throw up, I almost wish I would have, because I'm like, maybe that would have made me feel better. Just, who knows? And I would be so tired. My energy was gone, no motivation, no nothing during that time, literally. And it wasn't on purpose. I wanted to do things, I just couldn't find it in me to do it. Not until kind of towards the end of my second trimester is when I started getting a little bit like, okay, this is not as bad as it was, you know, and I was starting to do better. Yeah, that was pretty much my experience. The people around me, I'm not sure how I came off to them. Maybe just very tired and irritable. But I tried so hard to hide it. I tried to not be like, you know, funny acting and like show how tired I was and everything and how stuff was bothering me. But I'm sure to some, obviously, and to most people that know me well, I'm sure it was very obvious. Me and Kimmy were the only two people that knew, you know, for 8 weeks, basically. Actually, we only knew for 4 weeks before we told my mom. Because I didn't find out until like probably a month and a half later when I missed my period, which, you know, like I explained in my other video, y'all should go watch that video like I said, but that in that video, that's when I was like, I knew something was up, so it didn't even take me long to figure out that I was, you know, pregnant. It didn't take me long at all. In fact, the moment my period did not come, that same weekend, days later, is when I assumed, and that's when he went and got me a test and I took it. So, but yeah, more of those details are in the other video, so go watch that other video. Tomorrow is actually Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to any mommies out there, or moms to be. You guys are so important. I know your children, everyone needs moms. Everyone needs moms and loves moms. It's so important, you know. We cannot, I don't know what I would do without my mama. I know God has prepared me in a lot of ways to, you know, become a mother too, which is insane because obviously I wanted this. I just didn't know now. So someone else asked me like, do you think you're ready? I don't know, which that's a very like not smart question to me. Don't ask me like, do I think I'm ready to become a mom, or do I think I'm prepared? So don't ask me that, because no, I don't. I have no idea what I'm doing. Don't ask me anything like that. I don't know, child. I'm just cruising, and I thank God that as things come along, I just believe that He's going to give me everything I need to be able to take care of the baby. And Kimmy as well. He's going to give him everything he needs to be able to take care of the baby. That's really my motto when it comes to these life things. I don't have an answer. My answer, well, I do have an answer. My answer is, we'll figure it out when the time comes. I don't know, but I'm going to work to figure it out. So, yeah, that's it. But I enjoy it. Now it's completely different, so I'll have to do a separate video on my second trimester experience, because things changed. Things now, like my experiences, I mean, y'all see me. My experiences is totally different during the second trimester in many different ways. So I would love to explain all of that to you in a separate video as well, because I think you guys would enjoy that video. I don't want my channel to only be about pregnancy, but this is my life right now. So everything that I'm experiencing, I would just love to be able to share with you guys, and you know, just clue y'all in on what your girl is going through, and see if anyone else of you can like relate to me at this time and all that, you know, because it's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful, beautiful time. I'm very thankful. But in the beginning, it does feel like, oh my gosh, is there ever going to be a finish line? Is there ever going to, you know, am I ever going to get through this? But truth is, you will, because look at me now, you know? Look at me now. I don't know, some women may experience those bad things like all throughout their pregnancy. I thank God that's not me right now. And honestly, I probably didn't have it as bad as most women, or some women, I don't know. Because like I told y'all, I mean, outside of the nauseousness, the nausea, I mean, the exhaustion, and like just lack of energy, lack of motivation, all of that. Outside of those things, I was pretty normal. And gaining a weight at that time, I was pretty normal. But I know some women really do get sick. That is one thing I actually forgot to mention. When I went to Indiana for my cousin's birthday to celebrate. I was pregnant at the time, and when I came back from that trip, I actually did get sick, like a cold sick, like sneezing, coughing, you know, runny nose, congestion, something in my eye, all those things. I experienced all of that when I got back from that trip. That also could have been partially because my immune system was very low at the time. I was around a bunch of people. And I also had like washed my hair during the day. I dried it and it felt dry enough while we were there, and it was cold at that time. And snowing some days. But my head still could have been wet, and I went outside. So that could be a reason I got sick. But also, like, I haven't actually been sick in years outside of that. No COVID, no, you know, flu, no, none of that. I really haven't been sick in a very long time. And so that was my first time getting sick during my first trimester. I was, you know, it was just like a common cold. That's all it was. My job, I work at a doctor's office, so they actually tested me for COVID, strep, and flu. And all of them came back negative, every single test. So, mind you, I am vaccinated. I don't have any boosters or anything, but I am vaccinated, which that didn't really matter to me either, but just throwing that out there. But anywho, I just had got a common cold, but my cousin, you know, really thinks that, like, you know, that's what she was assuming that I was too, because, you know, my immune system was very much compromised at the time. Not like it was. So yeah, and I've done that type of stuff before where my head was kind of still damp and I went outside, but I've never gotten sick from it. So that could be another reason why you know, I got sick and everything. But what I was trying to say was, like, I know some women actually get sick, like legit sick, but like for the full pregnancy. And I thank God I've been healthy and I'm able to take care of myself. And you know, for the most part, I would say I'm a pretty healthy person. Like, I don't have any health issues. I work out, you know. I was active before pregnancy, and now I'm becoming active again. We rode bikes today, and I do stretches and stuff like that. So I'm a pretty active person. I take steps at work. Most of the time I eat healthy, but I do have my days where I eat my junk food and stuff, which who doesn't? Like, who doesn't eat their junk food? So yeah. Like, I love French fries a lot. I just don't eat them often. Very rare do I eat them, but I love them. So yeah, so I take pretty good care of myself, just normal, you know, a good balance. I think I could do better, but I think it is a decent balance. And here I am still working. I think my hair is much thicker now. Oh yeah, and of course, during my first trimester, I started taking prenatal vitamins. I had bought some gummies on my own, which were really good, but I paid attention. My doctor told me to make sure that it has, like, as long as it had a certain amount of folic acid in it. I forget, but she was like, you know, folic acid helps with the development of the baby and everything. So she was like, make sure it has over a certain amount. And the one that I was taking, the gummies that were over the counter, they didn't have as much as she wanted. So she prescribed me with prenatal vitamins, which are not gummies, they're just regular pills. So I'm kind of like, dang it, I wanted to taste yummy gummies, but you know, I do what's best for me. So so yeah. And so I don't know, my hair has gotten a little bit longer. I do notice that. I think I need to clip my ends, but also it's like really thick. Like, it feels really thick. I'm putting this on my hair too. That's what I keep going down for. But yeah, my hair feels extremely thick, which is good. I like it like that. I'm kind of excited to see how my hair is going to look because I haven't worn it out in a while. I plan on blowing it out a little bit so that it looks more stretched and big and stuff. So definitely, I'm not going to finish all of this on camera. After I do this spot, I will just do this spot on my own, and I'll talk to y'all later. But I will show you guys the final result of how my hair looks after I finish my wash and go, which I think is going to look super cute. I haven't done this in a long time. So yeah, I just want to chat with you guys today. Let you know how first trimester was for me. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I'm kind of hungry at this point, so I want to hurry up and finish this other side so that I can eat. I'm going to defuse it, and then I'm going to stretch it a little bit. If I get the chance to do it on camera, I will. But tomorrow's Mother's Day. I want to do some more things today, so I don't know if I'll have the chance to show y'all, but I'll tell y'all exactly what I did. I just may not be able to show you, so don't be mad at me if I can't, okay? I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm about to just finish the rest of my hair. I've been talking to y'all for a very long time, but I'm about to finish the rest of my hair, and I'll come back and show y'all the rest at some point when it's done, okay? See you in a bit. All right, y'all, this is how my wash and go turned out. It looks nice and full at this point. This is actually 3 days later. Yeah, 3, because first of all, I kept forgetting. I was tired. We was doing stuff. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know that story. So yeah, but this is my hair. And this, I literally have not done anything to it since I did the routine. And all I did was actually the next morning, I let it air dry all through the night, then put it up in a pineapple to sleep. And then in the morning, I just took it down, fluffed it out, shook it up, and I used my blow dryer. Basically took section by section and blow dried mostly the roots to stretch it a little bit. Obviously now it does not look like that anymore because it's been hot outside. It's been humid now, so the humidity makes my hair curl up and frizz up even more again. So 3 days later, and this is what we're looking like. All right, so yeah, I just wanted to finally come back on here and show you guys that I finished my routine, and this is how we're looking. Like a nice cute fro, okay? My hair has gotten so thick lately. I just spit, excuse me. But my hair has gotten so thick, and obviously hormones. I have been taking good care of it. I haven't been doing much to it, so I think that's really another good reason why it looks so nice and healthy and refreshed, okay? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me doing my hair, but while also telling you guys about how my first trimester of pregnancy was. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up if you do like this kind of video. Also comment down below any other suggestions, anything you would like for me to do. I'm definitely open to recommendations or suggestions of different video content, okay? I'm definitely enjoying this process, so that's where we're at right now. So I'm about to literally take a shower and go to sleep, okay? It's early, but I'm tired today. Yeah, but make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. My Instagram name is marissa.w. It'll be here on the screen and down below in the description box, okay? So good night. I will catch y'all in my next video. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe, okay, and turn on your post notifications, because you do not want to miss any future uploads from me, because your girl is on a roll, okay? Good night. Bye.